Well, greetings once again. This is Dr. Bill Bailey, and this is the Handheld Hack. The Handheld Hack is the website, handheldhack.com, and the video netcast, which you're watching right now, which talks about handheld devices and hacking into handheld devices, using them in unusual ways. CES was this past week, and the Tech Podcast Network covered it in an amazingly cool fashion. I was excited about the coverage. I was able to participate in the chat room several times, and it was really cool to see the interviews and the demonstrations and so forth that took place. I encourage you to go to tpn.tv, and you can see the interviews and stuff that they did. And by the way, right here on the Handheld Hack, we are proud members of the Tech Podcast Network, techpodcast.com. If it's tech, it's here on the Handheld Hack. And man, I encourage you to go check out their coverage of CES. It was awesome. Now, they've packed up and moved on now. All the Tech Podcast guys, Todd Cochran and Jeffrey Powers, and all the folks that were helping out from Tech Podcast Network. If you don't mind, I'm going to have a Diet Pepsi. My throat was getting rather dry. Sorry about that. Anyway, I like to do these almost live, like you're sitting here in my living room. We're just talking. So that's why, join me in a Coke, you know? Actually, a Diet Pepsi. Diet Pepsi is not one of our sponsors, but hey, right now it's cold and it's wet. And if it makes me, you know, kind of belch or something, then I'm sorry. I'm getting silly. Anyway, the point is, from CES, we had an announcement of Polaroid tablets. Dual and quad-core HD tablets from Polaroid. Now, the thing about Polaroid is, this is not your grandfather's Polaroid. This is not the Polaroid started by Edwin Land, or I think it's Edwin Land. I know his last name was Land, which was interesting in and of itself, but at any rate, you know, dude, I hate to give you bad information, so I will look up Polaroid. Edwin, I was right, dude. Edwin H. Land, the inventor of the Polaroid technology. Cool. The old brain worked that time. Anyway, so this is not that Polaroid. What I'm saying here is that I think a Chinese company, or one of those, you know, Asian folks out there who make really cool devices, they purchased the Polaroid name when Polaroid went belly up, because nobody's using regular old cameras anymore. Everybody's moved to digital cameras, so oh well. But the Polaroid name still has some cachet, and so they purchased the Polaroid name, and now they are producing other tech devices. And this is some of the things they announced at CES. The Polaroid Jelly Bean-based Android tablets could give Google a run for its money. The Google Nexus 7-inch tablet and 10-inch tablet. Well, Polaroid has 7 and 10-inch tablets, both with 1280 by 800 pixel IPS displays, a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, a micro SD slot, and Android 4.1 Jelly Bean operating system. The smaller M7 tablet is equipped with a dual-core processor and 8 gig of internal storage, while the M10, the 10-inch version, features a quad-core CPU, 16 gig of internal storage, HDMI out, and a 5 megapixel rear camera. Now, what's cool is the price. The price is $129 for the M10, for the M7, the 7-inch. The M10 is $229. Both tablets will be released this spring, and I'm telling you, not bad. Know what I'm saying? So, what else do we have here? I clicked on the wrong thing. But that's okay. I'll make do. NVIDIA announced a new gaming handheld, the NVIDIA Shield. Now, Shield is their kind of, I think, working name for it. But at any rate, it is a Tegra 4 powered handheld gaming and media device directly from NVIDIA. NVIDIA, of course, we mostly know from making graphics cards and motherboards, you know, basically hardcore stuff. But NVIDIA's taken a leaf out of the Razer playbook. We'll talk more about the Razer in just a minute. And announced a handheld gaming device. It is codenamed, the Shield, which was codenamed Thor. So Shield is their real name. I was wrong. The NVIDIA CEO Jin-Sung Hang, hard to say, let slip during his keynote, features a Tegra 4 graphics chip, just announced, an Xbox controller-like series of thumb buttons and keys, and full connectivity via HDMI and SD card I/O. Powered by Android, it can connect with other Shield devices, TV, and can pump out 4K resolutions. Dude! The inbuilt display is 720p and is multi-touch capable. In the demonstration of the device's power, we got to see tantalizing glimpses of Android ports of the mech game Hawken. Looks like a really cool device. It's very shiny, if you know what I mean. But the one that caught me in the Game Master, my son the Game Master's eye, was one called the Razer Edge. And it definitely has the edge. Dude, this is a Core i7 processor running Windows 8. And it is a tablet, a true tablet, but you can click it into like some handle things that have buttons on it. And it is 1080p full HD. I mean, this is a definite geek dream. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So, it was called Project Fiona back at CES 2012 when they originally started talking about it, but now the Razer Edge is almost out. They're just about to release it. The Edge starts at $999, and it has magical extras. I like the way the article puts it. Magical extras like the gamepad control and docking station, which cost extra. The Edge is powered by Core i5 or Core i7, depending on which one you opt for, and a dedicated NVIDIA GPU. Dude, I saw a demo of this, I believe it was on TechZilla, and I'm telling you, this thing rocks. Was it TechZilla? I think it was either TechZilla or Hack5, one or the other, but it was a Revision 3 show. Dude, this thing, I've got a picture of it here on the Handheld Hack website, and wow. I definitely want one. Ken has, please. Yeah, all I need is the money. Yeesh. Anyway, final note this week is that there really has been a handheld hack, an actual case of a handheld hack. The Nintendo 3DS has been pwned. It's been hacked. It's opened the doors to pirated software running on this device. Now, you know, it was released in 2011, and Nintendo has been trying to make the system hack-proof, but they have not succeeded. It all started on December 16th when the console hacker Yellow8 posted images online of a Nintendo 3DS displaying screen reading, "We hacked it." The 3DS in question was running the most recent firmware released by Nintendo, which the company had said before was the most secure to date. At the time, the hacked 3DS could only display text, and members of the 3DS homebrew community believed the exploitable aspects of the 3DS's firmware could be fixed immediately with another patch at Nintendo. On Sunday, though, homebrewers showed that they had already made significant progress with the device, posting images of homemade code, producing images of both the 3DS's screens. While many celebrated the cracking of the Nintendo 3DS because it would allow the device to run homemade software, as well as to allow players to work around regional restrictions to play import games, others noted this means that the Nintendo 3DS would be vulnerable to the same piracy that plagued its predecessor. So, it's been pwned. Anyway, we're not encouraging such things here on the Handheld Hack. We merely report on them. Know what I'm saying? So we'll see where this goes. I suspect Nintendo will come out with yet another firmware upgrade that will try to lock it down even further, and the hackers will be out there trying to break through it yet again. But we'll see. All right, that's it for this time. Remember, until next time, you're only as good as your last hack.